have that choice.
I don't know.
It says welcome to live chat.
Okay, then you're good.
I'm good.
You're good. Good.
Good.
Good.
Carol, look alive. Woo! Oh God. No, we're not alive.
Look at the breaker lights. Hi, traffic. Hi, Atlanta traffic.
Not even in Atlanta yet, and we've already hit traffic.
Yep. Who's all in there?
Farmer Mima, Country Homestead, Preacher.
What's up?
Oh, construction. Gotta love the construction. Hey, we're on the road to see you soon. Haywire Homestead, what's up?
What up?
Dee said, I'm here during the commercial. She's watching the ad. Thank you. Take your butter mulch.
Is it an ad on kilts?
Oh, is it an ad on kilts?
Kilts. Not the paint.
Homestead with the Herberts. Hello, all. Hello.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Sorry, we're getting a little bumpy here. I don't know why.
Because you're not holding it right. You're doing it wrong.
How am I holding it wrong?
You're doing it wrong.
How am I supposed to hold it?
You're supposed to let it free flow so that way when your arm hits the bump,
Trip H, what's up?
it can go. We're
see.
gonna see you soon.
Is there a new measurement? Jason seems to think no,
What?
that you need a new measurement.
I don't think so.
He says he doesn't think so.
Still-
So what animal are we getting this trip, Robyn?
See, that's not even funny. That has zero laugh factor.
Everybody in there is laughing right now. I guarantee it. I guarantee. Trip H said they're on the road too. Whoop, 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 whoop. Everybody be careful. Oh, don't look at that.
Can I get a whoop whoop? Hey, come on over and just take off the. It's a rental. I don't care.
Let's not encourage people to do that. Crochet hook, here you go.
Wow. You did all of that crazy driving and you still had to hit.
Howdy, how many chicks do you have? I don't have any right now. No chicks. I have turkeys, but they're not chicks anymore.
No.
They're grown up. If you've seen our Instagram, if you follow our Instagram feed, you'll see I posted pictures there the other day of them. So, Haywire said last year we went to Doug and Stacy's and we came home with a rooster.
This is not working out to my benefit.
Hello, Brenda. Hopefully we'll see you soon. B Lady said we gotta fix that.
What is that thing? Oh, I think that pours concrete.
Yes, concrete pumping. That's exactly
Yep.
what it is. Hey, bears. Spicy white bear.
Well, it's all spicy.
Desi Lou's garden. That's a new one. Welcome, Desi Lou.
Spicy white bear is my friend.
Spicy white bear's my friend.
Whoa!
Robyn, where do you get your chicks from?
Meyer.
From Meyer Hatchery. We
Meyer
absolutely
Hatchery.
love Meyer Hatchery.
There is no one better than Meyer Hatchery.
Yeah, we love the Meyer. Love Meyer Hatchery. I'm trying to see if I can figure out a way to jerry rig this up somehow. Well, look at my finger. There. How about that trash?
Until we hit the brakes.
No hats!
I'm
Don't
sorry,
hit the
officer.
brakes.
It's hands-free.
Trip H said, we have a 40-foot horse trailer behind us, so we have room.
I got a little tiny trailer behind me. Tiny trailer, little 4x8.
Yep.
This guy's making me nervous.
Is it Meyer and are they local? No, they're not local. They're from Ohio. But they have like the best operation, the most wonderful people.
Yeah. Go talk to Megan.
Yeah, love Megan. There's quite a few of them over there that are really good. What's Jess? Isn't that her name, Jess from Wren's Nest? I think her name is Jess. I don't know. There's so many of them.
There's so many great people there.
I'm ready to mail the box. Just need to know how many of the items we talked about need to go in the box. I made 5, but I can do 10.
All of them.
How many piggies were born? 15, y'all. Hey, Mimsy's Garden. We had 15 babies this morning. So
Let's just pray when we get home.
we still have 15 babies. No, we're not heading to Ohio. We are heading to Missouri. Okay, so 10 it is. Okay. So yeah. So we're basically, why is that not auto feeding now?
Because you messed it up.
Okay. Maybe now it'll do it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you don't look at that.
I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at that.
You look at the road, please.
Looking at the road.
Sir.
I see a
very,
yellow line.
very,
I see a spotted white line, and then I
very,
see a solid.
Very.
I got this.
Anyway, so we just figured we'd jump on here real quick and say hey to everybody.
I am the best driver in the house.
You are now.
Yep. Roly-poly. Yeah, I said it.
You're so mean. Oh yeah, so potluck tomorrow night.
Yep.
We gotta, yeah, that's gonna be fun out at the campground, right? I gotta get directions from. Yeah, I know. He shouldn't have said that. No fault, no blame. There you go.
Yep. You know what Robyn's favorite Limp Bizkit song is? Got to keep rolling, 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 rolling.
So mean. So mean. Yeah, and so yesterday I had to go, well, I didn't have to, but I offered to. I was in the area where I had the accident the week before, and my boss called, and she said that they had, insurance had done what they were needing to do, so if I wanted to go pick up the stuff out of the car that I could. And so I went by there yesterday, and I went and picked up everything. I got to see just how close the tower and the pieces were.
Oh, they didn't tell you to pick that up?
I did pick But I did go and get the tower and everything, but I got all of the stuff. Really cool thing. So when I had the accident, I didn't go sifting through everything trying to make sure I had everything in my purse and all of that stuff. I realized I was missing a couple of things, and one thing was box and my 2 Big Bear cups. I knew I'd eventually get those back, so I wasn't worried about trying to grab those. They could have taken my lunchbox. I would have been okay with that too. And so I was kind of, flying blind for most of the week because I have a lot of notes in it from the customers. But the one thing that I went to reach for, and it broke my heart, hoping that it didn't get tossed out in the grass or something like that, was I have the card holder, and I went looking for it and I could not find it, and I was crushed. And so when I went yesterday to go pick up everything, that was one of the first things it's one of the very first things that I had to look for, and I did find it. It had glass, because I guess when they put the personalization on it, they put an epoxy or something on the top of it, so there was some glass that was kind of embedded in it, so I had to pull that away and hope that and it seems like it's okay now. But that was given to me by Dee, who's in here, when I started doing all of my traveling. It was really nice of her, and I was really kind of upset thinking that I had lost it, and I was really happy when I found it yesterday. So I see all of these comments. We got, sorry guys, trying to read comments. We're on the slab in Cersei, so everything is jerky. Yeah, so we rented a vehicle. As far as the lunchbox goes, yes, it will live another day. It is hideous and ugly, but it's functional, so. I mean, really, at the end of the day, it is. It's an eyesore, but I will say this: it definitely keeps my stuff cold. So when I was, the car was 90, 100 degrees inside, I still had, my fruit was cold and stuff. Huh? They call it the slab because it's the longest concrete highway. Huh? That's neat. I don't know that I'd want to be riding on concrete, but.
What do you think you're riding on right now?
Well, asphalt.
What What do you think's underneath it?
Right, but what they're saying is it's just concrete. It's not asphalted over. It's kind of like how it is there when you're getting into Augusta, like coming into Grovetown. It's the same thing. So, yeah. Will we be live tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes. Because tomorrow's Saturday. Yes, we will try and go live.
There ain't no trying.
No, but I don't know because I've seen the last couple of nights, 2 families tried to go live from the campground, and I don't know what the cell service is like, so we'll see. No, it's not the Prius. So I was in my business car. I was in a Toyota Venza, and if anybody is looking to get a Toyota Venza and they're thinking about, safety and stuff, I'll tell you that car definitely
Saved your life.
kept me safe. And really, when I went back to look at the vehicle, I was expecting way more damage than there was. The doors had kind of buckled a little bit from being upside down. But as far as everything else, like, it was pretty minimal damage. Like, the guy was even talking, he was like, well, if it hadn't been for it being completely on its top and the pressure from the top, they might not have totaled it. But it was because if it didn't have a sunroof, they probably wouldn't have totaled it. But because it had the sunroof, there we go, we're good. But because we had the sunroof and that had all fallen down and everything, I don't know. We'll find out in a second. So basically everything is good. I'll just do this. That won't interrupt that next. There we go. So it wasn't the Prius. I was in a Toyota Venza. The airbags did not go off, but the seatbelt kept me pretty secure. I banged around a little bit on the center console, but other than that, like, the window was the windshield was busted, the window on my side was busted, but I was still safe. So I was very fortunate. I was telling everybody that's asked me, my guardian angel was definitely riding shotgun that day. So, and thanks to all of y'all that have kept us in your prayers. It definitely was heard and carried out, because we've been doing really well. Always good to hear firsthand accounts of how a car was in an accident. I'll tell you, I was going 45, 50 miles an hour, somewhere around in that range. And I clipped this girl, and I spun around backwards and went down into an embankment and rolled. And I walked away with a little bit of a sore back and just really tired from the stress of it for a couple of days. By Monday, it happened Wednesday afternoon. By Monday, I was about 80%. By Wednesday, I was 100%. So, how fast was she going? She wasn't. She was, she's maybe 20, I don't know. She was coming out into the intersection. So, anyway.
Well, it's just like the only truck we'll ever buy now.
Oh, yeah, the Ford. Yeah. When Blaze had his accident with the truck, we got to see just how impressive the body strength was on that truck. And I know Ford gets a lot of, they always go back and forth with Fords and Dodges and Chevys, but I'll tell you, from the perspective of where we are sitting, I'll tell you what, I thank God I wasn't in my Prius, because I would have been dead. I would have rolled more than I did in that big car, because it's basically an SUV. It's a full size, and it's a decent sized vehicle. If I had been in the Prius, I would not be here right now. And I think that's probably part of the reason why they choose our business chooses to use bigger size vehicles, probably, you know, for carrying stuff around, but also for safety, because I mean, the more car you have wrapped around you, the better chances you have. So it's very fortunate. So we're getting close to Atlanta. We're about to get on to Spaghetti Junction here in a little bit.
How many people that are in there are coming to the Homesteading Life Conference? Look at this old John Deere.
Check it out.
Show everybody.
Wait. Okay, look. Oh, very cool. You went by it really fast.
Well, I'm doing this.
I know. Yeah? Oh yeah, Ladessa got to watch them making round bales right across the street from our house today. She was all excited about that.
So who's all going to be there?
Yeah, so who else is going to be at the Homesteading Live Conference?
I am.
Wow, that's a house payment.
You gotta wait for it.
No. How are you doing? That's always sometimes. The Homesteading Life Conference, is that put on by Doug and Stacy? Yes. Yeah. Duncan, we know she'll be there.
Better get a hug. I'm just saying, if you're going to be there and you don't come hug my neck, just don't come back to a live stream because I'll kick you out.
Always says no me, LOL. B-Lady says nope, we're swamped here.
I expect a bunch of hugs. Because I need them.
Yeah, I could definitely use some. I can't be there. I definitely need to get a refill on some hugs. Definitely gonna be some neck hugging. That's a southern term, isn't it? Hugging necks.
Okay.
I think it is. But I'm gonna be at HOA. Yes! I'm so excited. Yeah.
I gotta run this truck.
Definitely ready for the neck hugging that we'll be doing at HOA, because we're definitely going to know a lot of people at HOA this year. This Homesteading Life Conference. Hey, Mama Mitzi, how are you? This is definitely going to be a little bit of a different experience, because this is a different area than we're used to, you know, more the East Coast kind of thing. Can't wait to meet you at HOA. Man, I'm telling you what, he is awesome.
Who?
Jonathan and his wife, they are like...
Are they coming?
To HOA they are. Well, I don't know. I said they. He said he's coming. I don't know if his wife is coming yet. Confirm that or deny it for me there, Jonathan. Let me know. Is she coming? Is your lovely bride coming? No, we'll both be there. Yes. That's amazing. So excited. Let's see.
Good. Put her to work in our booth.
Yeah.
We seen how she works.
Yeah, she did really well for Jess and Maya. Yeah. Did a really good job. We're close to, I hate that Suburban's not in here. We're pretty close to where she lives right about now.
Yeah?
Bye, Mama.
Hi, Suburban. I gave her a Hong Kong beep beep.
Hong Kong beep beep.
This 18-wheeler is all over the road. He is making me nervous.
I'm really not thrilled with their logo. Like, it's very hard for me to distinguish what that is.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a cow. Purveyors of steak and seafood. And it's supposed to be a cow. Yes, it's supposed to be the side of a cow. forever to figure that out.
That's nice.
Not a very successful logo, y'all. Just saying.
So what's everybody saying in the chat?
Check out Big Bear Homestead website and Facebook pages. Here are the links. I'm excited to meet everyone too. I'll tell you, I was really excited at the shindig. We got to meet some really, really, really great people, and I'm just excited. All of these conferences now give me the opportunity to meet so many more people, and I live for that. I'm excited for that.
So has anybody said if they're coming to the...
Where? I think that's all I saw. Everybody else is kind of sad that they're not coming.
I'm
More
sad they're not coming too.
Yeah, I'm sad too.
Well, what you doing?
I was just trying to get you more in the picture.
Why do you need me more in the picture? I'm driving.
But at least that way people can, hey now. Just 1900, yeah, just Brenda, I think, is the only one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, it's one hug.
Oh, I'm sure we'll give one hug. Because you got Sherry and Daryl coming.
I think I'm going to make Doug.
Trip H is going to be there. They're on the road. So
I'm going to make Doug hug me.
you're going to make Doug hug you?
Yep.
I'm planning on going to the shindig next year. Hope to see y'all. Perfect. I think next year we might make that a bit longer of a trip so that I can make the excuse to go to Fayetteville. Just saying. I was going to try and sneak it in here this trip, but I don't think we're going to be able to.
What are they saying? What's Big Lady saying?
Don't forget us folks in the chat. We'll be supporting you from here. So they're going to watch tonight.
I cannot. We got to go to New York. That's just all there is to it.
She needs to come down to us.
No, we need to go to New York. Because then we can go to upstate New York and visit your family and maybe look for land.
I'm not going to move up there.
Why not?
Because it's too cold.
It's a super blue state too.
Huh? Yes, it is. Yes.
Super blue.
Super blue.
Like, they're so blue. Even Smurfs are like, dude, it's blue.
We're going to be in Florida. Just wait. I know that's what I was trying to say, but jeez, they're going to be close soon.
When?
I don't know. What's your time frame, B lady? What is in New York? I have my cousin and her husband live in Schenectady, right outside of Lake Placid, and my cousin's husband runs a hotel.
He runs the Lake Placid Hotel.
Yeah, I mean he does that, and then my cousin, she has an advertising company that she does and that kind of thing. So just seceded from New York City. Born and raised in Troy, New York. So I'm not sure. It's probably close. She said it was pretty close to that area. So, but yeah, they live in Schenectady. They have 3 kids. Beautiful dog. I mean, I love.
Their son just got to be on the Junior Olympic hockey team.
Yeah, he was on the hockey team. They won too.
Yeah, they beat Russia.
Russia, yeah. So that's, and they got to play in the arena where the Olympics were.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really cool.
In the same arena that the 1980s Olympic team beat, was it Russia?
I don't know. I just remember, yeah.
That's the one they made the movie out of.
I was saying, no, I was saying if y'all went, then y'all could secede. Drove to Lake Placid on our way to Potsdam, yeah. It's a beautiful area up there. It's one thing I love about being able to follow people on Facebook and Instagram primarily, because you have just a series of pictures, and she's very good about posting pictures of her.
I really don't want to thread this needle.
No, I was just thinking that. I'm sorry, y'all. we're kind of stuck between two really big, heavy trucks. So,
And it's not like if he was to hit us, we could say we got hit by a great beer company.
yeah, I don't even know how to say that fish, but it's a sac ole. Fish are starting to spawn. Great fishing in Louisiana, just saying.
Who said that?
Who else?
He?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, great fishing in Louisiana. Oh, we may call them crappie. Crappie. My dad and grandma grew up in the same area. Schenectady. It's a funky way to spell it. I know the first time I saw it, she sent me something in the mail, and I was like, how do you even say that?
Okay, boys, here we go.
We're getting close. We're at the exit in Lawrenceville where the big Bass Pro, I think we might have already gone past it, the Bass Pro shops. Is around here somewhere. I think we already went past it. Sugarloaf Parkway. Yeah, we went past it. So we're starting to get knee deep in Atlanta.
You just keep talking. Okay, people in the chat, I really need you guys to keep Robyn busy. Start asking questions so that way she doesn't flip out on me in this traffic, please. Because every time she goes, or makes me jump.
Sorry. I'm sure you guys can understand this, but I'm still any kind of, it's just, yeah. Overlook Valley Homestead. No, I saw y'all in here earlier. I'm sorry if I didn't acknowledge you earlier, but I did see that you were in here.
And for those of you that don't know Overlook, that is a channel. Look, I know it's
Hey, do your mama grows. I'll hold the
Mama Grows.
There you go.
I know it's not in the YouTube culture to say go sub a channel anymore because YouTube frowns on that. But Overlook is definitely a channel you would want to check out. Put it to you that way.
Okay, 2 questions I've had so far already.
Okay.
Summer squash. What's my favorite way to do summer squash? Bacon grease, onions, garlic, and maybe like 1/4 inch thick slices in a cast iron skillet. A little bit of crumbled bacon. Oh my god. Very good. I'll tell you one, because I think patty pan is considered a summer squash. I really like to take patty pans and scoop them out, scoop the middle out, and then put a filling inside the patty pan. Selling soap, and we've got trash coming and a couple t-shirts and things like that. Somebody else asked me, what am I looking forward to the most about HOA? What would you say I'm looking forward to the most about HOA?
You?
Yeah.
Taking your little class.
Yes. I was fortunate enough when they released the classes for HOA that I had gotten a really good commission check that month. And I was looking at all the classes and decided that there was one on there that was super, super important for what we're trying to do.
Hashtag Big Plans 2020.
And it's the one that Hand Hewn Farm is putting on, and it's expensive. It's like almost $200 for the class. But I heard everybody's account that went to the one last year was a little bit different than the one this year. But they're going to be doing, yes, I did make some lip balm. But they're going to be doing, the class is primarily on how to preserve meat without using electricity. So I'm really excited about that. We will see y'all in Missouri. Philip McClary. How are the bees doing? Bees are doing great, but they're still in their swarm traps. I fear we have 3 small hives in trees right now. So yeah, we'll have the booth this weekend. Hold on, I thought you needed a pressure cooker to keep meat. No, you can smoke and cure meat without that. If they're happy, keep the bees there. They seem to be. Like, I don't, but I'm sure they're going to outgrow it, so we're going to have to, sorry, working on the car right now. Safe travels, all, and continued healing prayer for you. Busy little house. Thank you. How are the baby pigs? Before we left, they were doing great. Blaze had to work, so
he's not going to be home for at least another 40 minutes.
Yeah. So yeah. And let's see. Put a bottom piece of celery in water is taking off, then put it in soil inside. Robyn, this is Mark Krieger's fiance. Chrissy! We're going to be... Yay! We're going to get to meet Mark Krieger! That is exciting! Where are we headed? We are headed to... we're headed to Missouri. Hey, McClendons! So my question is, how long does it have to be inside before it can go outside, the celery?
What grow zone are you in?
It's bee lady. Sorry, shipping in New York.
New York.
Guys, if I missed your comment, go ahead and put it back through. It's just they're going, the screen is so small, as I only see so much, and every time I push on it, it seems to kick everything back at me.
Okay, she said she's already got it in soil?
She said she started it, and then I think she said she had already put it in soil.
If it's got roots and she's got it in soil, I would start hardening it off now at an hour at a time.
She said we're in Arctic zone. Well, no, I think 6. It's in soil inside right now.
When is your first frost date?
Probably pretty soon. September-ish, probably. McClendon Homestead. McClendons, are you guys coming? Prepper Bob. Hello, everybody. Just wanted to stop in and say hi. Hello,
What's
Prepper
up,
Bob.
Prepper Bob? There's a name I haven't heard in a while. How you doing, brother?
Long time. How's my EO book coming? It's not right now. I've got a lot done, but I still have a little bit left to do. Lauren Allen. Hello, Big Bear. Hello, Lauren Allen. First frost, I would think this weekend. No, I would say October. Okay.
I don't know if I put it outside. Because it was a celery stalk from the grocery store, right?
Probably. I'm doing great. Then busy. Moved from Tennessee to Florida, but new jobs, working 6 to 7 days a week.
I would go ahead, if you really want to put it outside, I'd go ahead and do it now. Start hardening it off. But I would make sure I was prepared that when you got a hard frost coming, because celery can take a little bit, but not much.
She said so outside, but keep it in a container so that she can move it in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or nothing else, be able to, that way you can put colosh on top of it.
Searching Sabrina, she said she won the big glass mug at the shindig. She can't wait to see us again at 2020.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got a couple of those that we're bringing to the Homesteading Life Conference. So if anybody wants one, make sure you come by, because I only have like 3 left. Their tomatoes have fruit but no leaves. Same here. How about yours? Hello, Michelle P. We have
hang up the phone.
flowers, fruit, and leaves. We have all of it.
Yeah. Our tomatoes went slap. Our tomatoes did better than we anticipated, and we were not prepared.
Especially
For
in
them,
the soil 3.
especially- yeah.
They went ape crap.
Yeah. And cage, even when we put supports inside the tomato cage.
Yeah.
So next year, in the soil 3 beds, which will be 90% of the beds,
I think we're supposed to. Yeah, I think we are, but I'm sorry.
it's okay. I can get over there still. Give me a second. Pardon us for this
Rude interruption. Real quick.
interruption. Real
Sorry
quick.
about that.
In 1,000 feet, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 95.
In 1,000 feet. Oops.
Use the right 2
Okay.
lanes to take exit 95.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I gotta get all the way over.
Oh God, yes.
Right here, right?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm from out of town.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just happened to notice that we were pulling up on 285 and I'm like, crap. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to turn the GPS back on.
Keep left at the fork. Follow signs for I-285 West, Chattanooga.
Okay, 285.
Look at that. That is amazing to me.
Yes, that's Spaghetti Junction. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this, but like there's all of these different highways all up above and below.
How many trees do they have to kill to do that?
See, and we're still going through.
That's a fun joke.
Continue on I-285 West for 6 miles.
I feel like this is where we're gonna see the Arby's building, the King and Queen towers or whatever.
There's 2 big chunks of granite on the side right there.
No, we're not in yeah, we're not in Missouri yet. No,
Not even near.
no, we're literally just in Atlanta now because the conference doesn't really start until Sunday. So, all right, everybody was enjoying my face because apparently it was pretty bad. Okay, hold on. Y'all stop commenting for a second. I gotta catch back up here. Everybody's like, breathe, Robyn, your face. Robyn, your face. Okay. Okay, please, thumbs up. My wife just planted a bunch of pineapples and she's hoping they come up at some point. Did you use your tomato seeds from last year? And if not, have you ever? And did you see a difference?
We didn't this last year, no, but we have in the past, and we didn't really notice a difference.
Okay, so it's backwards. They have tomato plants are big and they have leaves like crazy but no fruit. Are the flowers falling off? Because it could be a pollination issue. Robyn is doing exactly the same as my wife does.
You see, you really won't see a difference when you're saving seeds and using the ones, if you do it correctly, which means you find your strongest plant that's producing the most that's producing the most fruit, the biggest, healthiest, strongest fruit, and you let one of those go to seed. Then you harvest that seed, dry it out, save it, then use that seed the next year, and then do the same thing, do the same thing, do the same thing. Then you'll start to notice that it'll be harder and harder for you to determine which plant is your strongest plant, because you are developing a strand of the straight neck squash or tomato, whatever it is that you're saving, that is specifically strong to your area. Meaning that if you gave me some of that seed, it may or may not do well here in Northeast Georgia, where it does great in your area, and vice versa.
So it has blooms, it just doesn't fruit. That I'm thinking
That's a pollination. You're not getting pollinated.
issue. Yeah. So Cattywampus is in here. How awesome is that?
What's up, Cattywampus?
do we have fig trees? And if not, do you want some cuttings? So we do have 2 figs that we've got still in pots that we're planting. I think we probably could use some more fig cuttings, but I think Rebecca's supposed to be sending me some, but I think it's kind of the wrong time of year to do cuttings, isn't it?
Not off a tree.
Yeah, that would be my question. Do you see any kind of pollinators around, like any bees, butterflies, birds? If not, you may have to pollinate them it's a pain in the butt, but you could pollinate them yourself. One thing I like that Jess has talked about in the past is she takes those little bags and she ties it over a full, because they come in clusters, like the flowers will come in clusters, and she'll take the bag and tie it over the whole thing and then just shake the bag so they all kind of get tossed around in there.
And that is a foolproof way of making sure your seed is pure.
Right.
Not coming from it, you're not getting cross-pollinated.
Cross-pollination, right. Exactly. So that's kind of cool too. You can do both.
Which we may do with that okra that we got created now. Because we cross-pollinated
we planted them together, yeah. The Perkins Long Pod and the, what's the other one called?
The Burgundy
Red. Yeah, so we now have, I don't know if any of y'all have ever grown burgundy okra, but burgundy okra doesn't get super long. They get like 4 or 5 inches long. And the Perkins Long Pod will get like 8 to 10 inches long and not be woody. And so what we've had happen is they've cross-pollinated. So now we have some Perkins Long Pods that are small. They're green. But then we have some burgundy.
Look how close them tractor trailers are.
Yeah. Oh my God, his mirror is about to hit that other guy's truck. Anyway, there's a Perkins Long Pod that we have that's burgundy. Like they're these long burgundy pods, but they're not woody. Why do folks grow them? What do you mean? Okra? We have plenty of bees around us. We have nothing but cucumber fields all around us, and they have bee boxes all in them. So yes, there's bees out there, and we have tons of butterflies everywhere. Huh. Hey, reap what you sow. What's up? Go dogs!
Yes!
Go dogs! Roof, roof.
Yeah, I'm going to be bringing something special to your house.
Here it is. Hold on. See if we can see it. Not yet. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Caddy Wampus will recognize this area in just a second. She said, this is Sandy Springs. Okay. You see the building right there. Is it like a white? I think that's it, isn't it? Maybe it's not it. It looked like it was. No, I could be wrong. No, I could be wrong. I thought that was it, though.
I think that is it.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the back side of it. You can't see it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, there it is. You just can't see it very well. Okay. Yes, there's the king and the queen.
There it is. I found it.
So, right, those 2 buildings. You see the 2 different tops on them, the whites on the tops. There's the king and the queen building. Pretty cool. The only reason I'm even the slightest bit interested in it is that's where the corporate offices of Arby's, ARG Restaurant Group is. Close up.
Plug it back in.
I am.
How long am I on this?
Oh, I don't know. I've got GPS on there, so. Jason, I have to pee. I need a pit stop. 5.9 miles. You're gonna have to get off on a 75 north.
Left or right?
To the right. Looks like. Oh.
People, ask her questions, please.
I have had butterflies everywhere in my garden. They're so beautiful. I love Arby's. I love Arby's too. Just saying. Are we there yet?
Yes, get out.
It's just very tight here, y'all. The
Traffic.
no, the lanes are very close together. They seem like they're close together because you've got these big, huge trucks, and like they're right there.
Mommy, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, look. Ladessa made a pot holder. Look how pretty that is. I love those colors. What's your favorite fig recipe? I don't have one. I like to eat them. How long has it been since the last bathroom stop? Not long. How are you doing over the soreness? It's gone. Is Carol trying to hide? Tell her I can see her.
That's me.
Pretty pot holder. I seen a meme this morning that the GPS said in 400 feet, let me out. Oh, this is about to be done.
That was not good. That was really not good.
What?
Nothing. Pay attention to the screen.
Yeah, Mommy, pay attention to the screen.
Sending virtual hugs, Ladessa. That's from Miss Terry.
Hugs back.
Carol, your radio is up really high. I can hear it from here.
Carol.
What is so special about Georgia peaches? Is it a type? Well, there's some like Alberta and stuff that are,
They're just sweet.
but really, I think it's just the fact, like, you know how California has oranges and Florida has oranges. I think it's just the area around here. And what's actually pretty funny, yes, Georgia does grow peaches, but South Carolina actually, I'm pretty sure, produces more
Yep.
than Georgia does. Did you go to the Life Conference last year? No. Are we selling these pot holders at the conference?
Yes.
Yes. Hunter, what's up?
That's why I'm making them right.
Love me some Bonterre.
Let's see. Y'all can quit with the football stuff. This is Todd. It don't bother me. Hey, Todd, what's up? It doesn't bother me either. I just think it's fun. It's kind of like, you know how people always talk about these connections. You know, you establish connections with people, and I think that's kind of our connection, because like when she first came up to our table, that was like the first thing she wanted to talk about. And like the night before at the dinner at Jess and Maya's, that's all she wanted to talk about, some football. So it was just, it's like our connection.
It caught
kind
me
of
off
thing.
guard.
Yeah, I love her to death. She's awesome. And Todd, you're not too shabby either.
Wow.
I have 2 peach trees. We do too. No, we have 3.
No.
No.
Oh, we got more than 3, yeah.
We have 5.
Do you make spiced peaches or is it pickled? I don't
Yes.
do. I haven't done either. Right now, all we have like 30 pints of, no, 25 plus 8, 33. We have 33 pints
Oh, yeah.
of peach.
Stay in your lane, bro.
We have 33 pints of peach jam right now. Actually 32 because we cracked one open. So 32.
We should have brought some of that to sell.
Let's see. I did plant tomato plants. Yeah.
Where do all these people come from?
I have no idea. Everywhere. It's like cockroaches. Yeah, the peach jam turned out amazing. I will say though, by searching Sabrina,
I want everybody in this traffic jam to subscribe to my channel.
the peach jam, my next recipe will use the recipe with no sugar. Or very little sugar, because it's very, very sweet. Gotta go back to work. See you this weekend. Bonterre's going.
Yeah.
Yay! We'll see you, Nana.
She told you that when we were visiting with her.
I thought she was still deciding. Did someone tell anyone you were on the road? Because stupid people were thick around you. I know, right? Hey, look! There's somebody with some rock. I wonder who that is.
Bill.
Focus, Tom.
Some amigos. I'm gonna try growing Concord grapes next year. Ooh, that should be
You
fun.
did not.
Just friends of ours, the amigos. So, Let's see. I am not. I am not. Grapes. We're just not sure.
They'll do fine.
Just not sure. One cool thing, Brighton Entertainment. I'm Christian. Hello, Christian. Is Christian on our YouTube?
Looks that way.
Uh-oh. Are you supposed to be doing schoolwork, Christian? I need to text your daddy and tell him that you're on.
His daddy's probably right there.
Yep. Jared is crazy. Y'all just don't know, but I live with that nut. That's an express lane, but you do need to be over here.
Brighton Entertainment. Don't they make movies and stuff? I mean, I don't know. I distinctly remember reaching out to a company by that name to see if they wanted to
He's
do
gonna let you go.
our DVD, but then I never heard back from them. So.
Robyn, I'll bring you some peach vanilla bean jam so you can try this weekend. Brenda, that would be awesome. I'd love to see that.
I gotta get all the way over.
I don't know about all the way over.
Okay.
Great live today, Overlook. You did a great job. I haven't seen it. We were. My husband thinks it might be deer. Huh.
Deer would eat the flowers, but we're
Yeah.
talking about the tomato plants.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. As soon as it starts to turn to a fruit, they might.
So Terry said that her neighbor used to grow them, and she said they did great, the Concord grapes. So.
What?
All right, let's see.
Come on, dude.
What about putting pie pans out there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, deer spook very easy, but the problem with them is they also learn very quickly. So the pie pans and the CDs and wind chimes, motion
After there's
lights,
no repercussion from them, yeah.
it'll work 1, 2, maybe even 3 times. But because they don't associate it with
Any kind of threat.
Yeah. I'm going towards Chattanooga, right?
Yeah.
Then they're going to get used to it and ignore it. Just like when you put out those
You're looking for north. Just in case you're wrong.
ceramic owls and stuff to try to scare off bats and pigeons and stuff. Yeah, it may work for the first couple of flybys,
Goodbye, Overlook.
but these animals know what their predators or how they're supposed to behave, and when they're not behaving that way, they no longer
You're gonna have to get over.
see it as a threat.
Right.
And so once those pie pans spook them once or twice, but no harm has been done, for a lack of a better term,
Then they'll just.
they'll no longer perceive it as a threat. That's why I always say, run yourself 3 strands of electrical wire, put aluminum foil over the center one, and put peanut butter on it.
Yep.
That way when they lick the peanut butter, they will get shocked. Then they will associate that area being danger because it inflicted pain. And then they'll stay clear.
Right.
I gotta get over one more.
Our son in North Carolina purchased lizard traps. He can't stand them. Yeah, so we're getting on 75. Once we get here and get a couple going a little bit, we should be. Does that work for squirrels too? Zappy zap?
Squirrels are hard-headed. You could zap a squirrel. Well, case in point with squirrels. You can Google it on YouTube. You will see people that take 2-liter bottles and they'll strand it on a line from the tree to their bird feeder, and the squirrels will try to walk across them, but they spin and they sling the squirrels off. But the squirrels keep doing it. They don't learn.
Yeah.
I've seen some people that have run 2 copper lines. They stripped the back speaker wire and stapled it onto their deck and sprinkled the bird seed on top of it. And then they would sit inside the house, wait for the squirrels to come walking up across, and then plug it in. And then when the squirrels touched both wires, they got zapped. Didn't even slow them down. They just kept coming back.
Going. Yep.
With squirrels, you have to trap them.
Thin out your population.
Yep.
Remington makes a wonderful squirrel remedy.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
With a double deuce.
Okay, this is, how I guess you're going to have to merge into 75.
Okay. That Walmart, any of your little box stores nowadays, they do carry the high-powered pellet guns. And of course, I do not suggest Terry at your household any type of firearm. But those work phenomenal.
She just said, I have my BB pellet gun. Squirrel dumplings will fix them. Yes, ma'am.
Fried squirrel, squirrel stew.
Oh, fried squirrel is amazing.
Hello, Oregon PBWF Homestead.
What's up, Oregon?
So Dee said that she uses stuffed animals and she puts perfume on them, and it actually helps.
For a little while, it will, yeah.
And she just has to keep moving them around in different spots.
That's the key.
Right. Yeah.
When you let a decoy or anything like that be stagnant, look at that LAV. The animals put 2 and 2 together and they know, wait a minute, that owl's not going to constantly sit there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week and never move.
Right. Deer sausage is great. Yes, love deer sausage. Is squirrel meat like rabbit meat? Don't eat them in the summer. Yes. Absolutely. Do not. Those Bojangles Cokes are making me miss North Carolina so badly. I feed squirrels and then they leave the garden alone.
You can do that also.
Bee lady, I can see.
Because all you done then is you created what I call a food barrier or a food buffer. You feed the squirrels out away from your garden. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all close up in there. But you feed them squirrels in a different spot. They will know that food is there. And the trick to things like that, if you're battling squirrels in your garden or deer in your garden, and you don't want to put up the electric fencing or anything like that, what you do, another trick that you can do, and it's going to take planning on your part, is to put another food source in a different area before you put your garden out. Because all wildlife are creatures of habit.
Right.
That's why deer hunters, we go out, we scout, we find the trails, we find the rubs, because we know they're going to keep constantly taking that same trail. That's why food plots work very successful. That's why baiting works very successfully. You start placing corn out this time of year, a month, 2 months before deer season starts.
Hey, Heather.
And then you stop 3 or 4 weeks before deer season.
And they'll still keep coming
They'll
back looking for it.
Keep coming back to that spot looking for that corn.
Can I put squirrel feeders at a tree away from my garden?
Yes. Just be advised that I would pay attention to that squirrel feeder. How often do you have to replenish it? If you have to replenish it more than once a week, then you have a population issue and you may want to eat some.
Jason, can y'all hunt over bait? We used to not be able to, but you can now.
Can now. I don't.
Yeah, we don't, but used to not be able to, but we can now.
But I do this is my finally getting my food plot out. When we get home, I'm going to plant it. So that's going to be nice. And we do have deer on our property this year. Ladessa has already spotted a couple
Just
of does.
in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
She went back there for something else and saw them.
I gotta go check on Boba.
Yeah.
Blaze said he saw a buck the other morning.
How big
So.
was
He just said it was a buck.
The buck, so. Jason, I'm willing to try eating them. My boyfriend said they're good too. Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're very good.
What is hunt over bait? So a lot of people will put out a feeder, or they'll dump a bag of, just take a bag of deer corn and cut it open and just leave it there. And what happens is the deer come and they are conditioned that food's there. And so then what happens is you leave the bag out and you wait for them to come, and then you can shoot them over the bait.
Here's my issue with deer corn. Deer is an herbivore just like a cow, buffalo.
Yep.
They're not made
To be eating corn.
to be eating corn. Their body can't digest it. Now a deer can digest corn better than a cow can.
Uh-huh. Well,
But-
heck, we can't digest corn. It goes in a kernel, it comes out in a kernel. Just saying.
Nah. Mine goes in a kernel, comes out a sergeant major.
Everyone has corn out hills coming to the plots. That's how I killed the bigger butts.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, it isn't like shining a bright light to blind them and then take them out? No,
that's called spotting.
spotting. Mm-hmm. Good if you're constipated. Planting a bait garden is something a bunch of people around here do, and it satisfies FWC bait requirements. Yeah. So, for us, though, really what we do, or we're going to do, is we want to plant a food buffer just so that we don't have them coming up into...
Well, a food buffer does multiple different things. One, it keeps your, like for example, if you use dewberries and tomatoes, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, use those kind of things in your food buffer, food barrier. Your birds will flock to them, knock the stuff on the ground. Your mice and rats will go after the fruit that's on the ground. Then all of your predators that normally eat your chickens, quails, and turkeys also eat mice and rats. They're out there looking for mice and rats because that is higher on their food chain than your chicken. And so if you can keep a good healthy population of mice and rats around that food buffer, the predators will never know where
Your chickens.
Your
and
chickens
everything
are.
is, yeah.
Same concept goes with the deer. If you're able to plant a garden just for the deer, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, and if you have persimmon trees, if you have dewberries, if you have all of this different stuff that they can forage on, they'll never make it up to your garden.
Like a lot of you have, if you have a fig tree, take some cuttings from your trees, get them rooted, get them going, let them get up where they just start to bear their fruit, and then plant them away and just tell yourself, this is not for me, this is for the deer. I have my fig tree and it produces a lot of fruit. And then you go out there and you make sure that fig tree stays healthy and stays producing. Same way with a pear tree.
Well, all of y'all saw when we were up in Dillard, we were doing our live stream, and they don't leave those stuff up there for them to get apples and blueberries. They leave them out there because they know that the deer like them too. And while we were on our live stream, they come right up to it. So, Northern Ohio Homestead, hello. Yeah, so ground covers are really good. Like there's a lot of ground covers that the deer like as well. Clover and things like that. So, See, especially if you mix clover in. Exactly. They love clover. But there's a lot of different things. Even a lot of like your, like not, well, I guess like beets and turnips, the stuff that, you know, we could pull the stuff out of the bottom of the ground, but they'll eat the tops.
Well, they'll also paw it. The deer will paw at the ground and go after sugar beets.
Oh, okay.
They will dig a hole to China to get some sugar beets.
So, read
Sugar
what
beets
you
is-
so he said, I'm going to have a 5-acre deer plot, but we'll put my name cows on it later in the winter, planting whole oats and ryegrass. So we're planting whole oats, wheat, and some other stuff. What's the one that I always forget? Millet. Millet's gonna be out there. Bunch of stuff for the deer. And what's great is the stuff that the deer will eat, the cows will benefit from as well. So you put it out there, quote unquote, food plot, but really what you're doing is you're bolstering up your pasture and making your pasture nice and healthy. So, cows after deer season mostly, yeah. So, the garden is 30 yards exactly. 30-yard pin for that distance, dead on. Shh, quiet, deer in yard. Robyn, I still have those moringa seeds. Okay.
Who said that?
Terry, she's got some moringa seeds for me to plant, to start some moringa trees. This is saying in 4 miles that we should be heading off to the left. I don't know if it's because maybe the highway splits or something. I don't know. Isn't all the deer corn GMO? Probably.
Probably. It's basically I don't know, but I'm giving a very well educated guess that all the corn that does not sell, when the farmers bring that in the market, all that Roundup Ready corn, that's probably what gets put in the deer bags.
Do y'all plan to drive straight through today? No. We're gonna stop. We one thing that I'm really excited about, because I keep calling this our vacation, and Jason's like, it's not really vacation. I'm like, no, it really is, because one, we're taking a break from our everyday, so that's vacation in itself. But the other cool thing is the way that the GPS is taking us to Missouri, we're going to go through Nashville and we're going to go through St. Louis. So I'm excited that my girls are going to get a chance to see Nashville, and they're also going to get to see the Arch in St. Louis. So I think that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
So we're kind of taking our time to get there, not trying to blow through it and not get to see it, you know. So Higgs Rock Farm, you folks have a safe trip. Thank you so much. Tell them I said howdy. Moringa's awesome. I had much better luck from seeds than cuttings. My cutting did horribly. Willie Parker, how y'all doing? Robyn from hot North Carolina. Whew. How hot is it there? Because it's like almost 90 here, isn't it? I think. Mark said, hey y'all, had to stop for a pee break and stretch my legs and get back on the road soon. That's exciting that we're going to meet him. I'm excited to see that.
And Mark's been with us a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, he did a huge thing for me. And it was kind of a mutual thing because he had messaged me, or no, he had bought some soap to be able to sleep at night. And I didn't have any of that soap made, but I had the Warrior Repose soap. And so I said, hey, if you're really trying to sleep, let me just send you this stuff. I'm not going to charge you any extra or anything. Just take it and use it. And when he used it, he found that it helped his fibromyalgia a lot.
Yeah.
And so that has helped me a bit to be able to tell other people, because I wouldn't have known that otherwise.
Right.
And so I was able to tell other people, hey, I have somebody that I know that's actually used it for fibromyalgia before, and it really does really well. And so, yeah, so I really, he holds a special place because he's encouraged me a lot during my soap making. Let's see, I think it's in the 80s with a chance of scattered thunderstorms. Yeah, we have, our clouds are looking a little fat, so we may or may not be in a little bit of...
Okay, what's that? I need to get off.
It's not really an exit. It just looks like it's showing that the road's going that way. St. Louis Zoo and St. Louis Science Center are both free if you have time on your way home. Oh, okay.
We might stop there.
We might have to do that because, yeah. Your soap helps to let's try that again. Your soap helps to turn Doc's brain off for the night. That's cool. See, that was my main goal when I was making this, was to be able to let Jason just kind of, his brain to just shut down for a little while, and it does do that. So
in Atlanta, about lunchtime, she said. After lunchtime, she said, everybody won't be in a rush. There won't be that much traffic.
yay! So Jessica just messaged us back from Baker Creek. We messaged her to let her know that we were going to be in Mansfield on Tuesday after the conference. But the exciting thing is she's going to be at the conference too. So we're going to get a double dose visit of Jessica. I'm excited. She said, I too will be at the Homestead Life Conference. We can try and make some Tuesday plans this weekend if you'd like. Yay!
Definitely.
Looking forward to chatting with you. I can't wait. She is awesome.
It's off the chain.
I do.
Awesome.
I love her. I am so excited to be able to go actually visit like the brick and mortar
Of Baker Creek. Experience with Baker
No,
Creek.
they have always been so awesome with us. Even before they took on and sponsored us, like we had good feelings about them. Even from the beginning, we were just buying stuff.
Well, look, everybody. If anybody that's been with us a while knows that we don't stick with a company when they treat you bad. Case in point, if a lot of you guys that's been around for a while should remember F&T Trapping Supply.
Yes.
We don't have any dealings with them anymore because of the way that they treated Robyn.
Yeah, the quality of the quality of the product was bad, but then when I called to complain about the quality, this was non-existent.
Yeah.
And to the point, like, very degrading.
I want to interrupt you for a second. This is an amazing feat for Dodge.
What?
I do not know how that Dodge, let everybody see it, is pulling
Oh my gosh, all that weight!
massive tow that is.
Check it out, y'all! Holy cow, how is the Dodge pulling that kind of weight?
I mean, that's just off the chain. Ram tough right there, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
Y'all, woo!
Big pull, dude. Keep it up. Keep up the good.
Baker Creek is awesome to the homestead community. Yes. Yes. Very
Mom's
much so.
birthday, she helped me out she helped me get Mom a lot.
Yes.
Stay
Yes.
in your lane, bro. Look who's in front of us. That's Jimmy Buffett. That's Jimmy Buffett's camper.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Bet.
There's no way.
Look at the parrots.
I see the parrots, but there are
that's
other
Jimmy
people out
Buffett.
there that have parrots.
Not like those.
Okay.
Google it.
It's somebody who is a parrot head. It's not Jimmy Buffett.
That's Jimmy Buffett.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I gotta give this dude some room pulling that heavy load right there.
Whoa. What are you doing? doing to people. Holy cow.
I'm doing to people.
Mm-hmm.
You won't even show them Jimmy Buffett's trailer.
I'm not showing him Jimmy Buffett's trailer. It's not. No, it's not. It's not even the right parrot. Butt face.
But who's Googling it?
Made you look.
Night, Dessa.
Just joking. Wait, what'd she say? Louisiana's known for crawfish, not bees.
FedEx.
Ford F-150 pulled a full sand tanker across the road into a gas station.
FedEx. Now, there's a company I don't know if I would want to work for. I mean, they left one of their employees on an island
I know.
for 5 years. And
For
then the man
years.
didn't get his job back.
Just walked in for a moment. Oh,
Who is that?
that's poor boy. That's what's
Ah,
her
that's-
name? So
Yes.
Terry, right? Isn't that his
Yep.
name? Hello, Big Bear Homestead.
Hello.
Say hey, Terry. Hey, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Wilson. Wilson.
So, out of everybody that travels, how many of you have family travel games that you play? And if so, what are they?
Relax, Ladessa. I'm just going over a bump. Let's see. How are y'all keeping such a steady picture? My dash holder looks like it's in the grave digger. I have some soap sacks in a bag behind it, and so I just put it on there so it's kind of cushioning it.
So, not only does Robyn soap sacks
Work for soap.
keep your soaps from just deteriorating and helping them stay somewhat dry and not get all moldy, and you can use it as a washcloth, but it also helps keep your cell phone camera steady while driving. The alphabet game, I seen that one.
Oh yes, it's called Statue. The kids don't talk and they sit still. That's cattywampus.
We don't know that game.
Gotta go. Bye, Todd. See ya.
Later, Todd.
D said I don't travel with kids, so I don't know. Yes, the alphabet game. I Spy.
The license plate game is one that I used to play as a kid.
Willie Parker. I saw a video of someone who strapped a four-wheeler to their Ford Focus.
I hope that helps your self-esteem that you literally came up on the shoulder of the road in front of me and my U-Haul trailer. I hope that makes you feel better.
Punch
about
Buggy
yourself.
and Cruiser Bruiser. Woo. B-Lady said, we play, hubby thinks he knows the way, but wife really does. Slug Bug. License plates from different states.
Yep.
Songs with the alphabet example. Amazing Grace for A. We wait to see how far out of the way we go while hubby checks maps and phones and GPS for direction. Bye, Noah's Ark. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
I don't know, his arc was in here.
Sorry. Botter Homestead. Count the cows game. You count the cows on your side of the vehicle. Then if you pass the cemetery on your side, you lose all of the cows. That's cool.
That's a cool game.
We might have to do something like that. I bet when we start, well, we're on interstate most of the way.
But we do pay. We
get closer to the Midwest.
But we do pass that one cemetery that they got to put that really tall
they
fence
had
up.
to put that huge fence around it.
Huge fence. That fence was like 8 foot tall. They had to put up around that fence.
Yeah.
Around that cemetery.
Super big. Yep.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
With the barbed wire across the top and everything.
Yep. Well, I mean, it was because everybody was dying to get in. Sorry.
Wah, wah, wah.
Also, slug bug with my hubby. I pretend to shoot all the cell towers I see with my finger gun.
Well, we got the one that we play with when we see an airplane. We try to say, okay, so-and-so is on that.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The airplane game where we pick
Oh,
something.
yeah. We've even made up rules like if you see a donkey, it adds 50 points. Horses are 25 and stuff like that. The more rare animals were higher, but points, higher points, but cows always 1 point. Yeah. Dee was typing it in as I was saying it because everybody's dying to get in. We used to get the kids with that one all the time down in Augusta because a lot of the cemeteries down in Augusta have these big, huge wrought iron fences from a long time before. And so we would always tell the girls, gosh, that's a really popular cemetery. And you could get them all worked up and you'd be like, because everybody's dying to get in. And they just would like put their heads down. We used to count cornfields and grain fields, see who got the most. Now, I will tell you one I used to play, and we played it like when I was going from Arkansas to Oklahoma because it's like straight road and there's like nothing. We used to play the hawk game. You'd have to count how many hawks you could find. And whoever had the most hawks won from point A to point B. So, we used to do that. That was fun. We did the alphabet game with signs. You all play together to see who can find the next sign. You find signs that start with a letter, just go in order. Yeah, we do that one a lot.
Guess it just starts yelling out letters though.
And 20 questions. Someone chooses a thing or place and everyone has 20 questions to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Jason, do you need a pee break?
I'm like a camel, baby.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where you're going, but I heard I-75 earlier. Will you pass the Big Butter Jesus? I don't know. Where is the Big Butter Jesus
Isn't that in Ohio?
No, I don't know.
Isn't that the one that Big Family took us to see?
Dee said when I traveled with the kids, I just invested in Benadryl.
That's what my parents did to me until I had started having my allergic reaction to Benadryl.
Oh, it's in Ohio. Yeah, I think we did see it. I feel like we saw it when we were.
When we were up there
went to
visiting Big Family.
Big Family Homestead. Yeah, I think we. But no, we're going I-75. God, this whole way pretty much. I think. Let's see. We're gonna be on this for like 80-something miles, just so you know.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Dee, it just occurred to me. I remember you asking a question if we were going to go through Birmingham. We're not going through Birmingham. We're literally going 75 north now. So from
Paint me a Birmingham.
so we're going into Tennessee. Then we're going to get on 24, go towards Chattanooga and Nashville.
Everybody wave at Jimmy Buffett.
24.
What in the world is going on with all this traffic?
It's just, we're just
It's
outside
gonna be
of it.
Sunday before we come on now, Mr. 18-wheel.
Look at the mountains in the background. Tennessee's calling my name. Yeah, there must be an accident or something up here. You know what I should be doing? I don't know why I'm using this stupid app. I should just delete it. I need to be on Waze. Waze is a much better app. But you know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
They're both owned by Google.
I know it's crazy. Midgets on unicycles. That's crazy.
You are ridiculous. You're giving me a hard time about calling people amigos.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, the Big Butter Jesus. Michelle says you're rubbing your eyes and shaking your head.
Who?
So, you. Road bingo requires planning ahead of time. You make sheets of with items that you may see on a road trip. Put them in a binder with protective sheets and use dry erase markers to play bingo. That's cool. I wonder how many cow pastures there are between here and the Red Minnow Lighthouse. Yeah, it could be because it's Friday. I don't know. Friday, first of the month, travelers and shoppers out and about. That's possible too. Chattanooga has always been really busy. I was there for college for several years. We're not there yet. We're in Cherokee County. Cherokee County. Waze is great for traffic reporting and getting around bad traffic. Google Maps is better for navigation.
That's original.
What?
The name of that pest control company.
What was it?
Bug Busters.
Ooh.
Who you gonna call?
Bug Busters.
You got a roach climbing in your bed.
Ugh, who you gonna call? Bug Busters. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Demonetized. Sorry.
Well, you know what's really freaky right now? That's kind of, you can tell I'm an 80s kid and it's really stressing me out right now. Right behind us is an 18-wheeler that almost has the exact grill from the 18-wheeler from Maximum Overdrive.
That's what I was just thinking because I looked in the rearview mirror. It does, doesn't it?
Really kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Oh, shite.
Because it looks like it's gonna eat me.
Bear just turned into Dan Aykroyd. Teresa Wheeler, can't wait to see you guys in Hannibal. We can't wait to see you either.
I want a hug.
No. Oh, that truck. Yep. That truck.
Does anybody know who wrote the story of Maximum Overdrive? Because it really wasn't called Maximum Overdrive. Which Arthur? Famous Arthur.
Author.
That's what I said.
You said Arthur. Author. So yeah, it's a giant Jesus sculpture, but the material makes it look like a butter sculpture. Yeah, it's like, it does look like. School starts on August 7th in our area. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think they've already started school here in the Atlanta area too, so that could be part of it. It is close to 3 o'clock, so we could be seeing some of that too.
Nobody knows. Wasn't it Stephen King? You are absolutely correct. Who said that one?
Spicy White Bear.
Spicy White. I knew he would.
Y'all are still on. I went and ran errands and got lunch. Yes, we've been on for an hour and a half, so we probably need to wrap it up here pretty soon.
Let's go for 2 hours. We'll do a 2-hour live stream.
Okay.
Because we haven't put a video out in 2 weeks, so.
Yeah. How long is this trip?
64
hours. It says we still have like 10 and a half hours.
This truck, I really got to get away from this truck. This is really wigging me out.
Robyn, let him talk. My hubby is always correcting my pronunciation. I tell him I have just as many sheepskins on the wall as him, so I can talk any way I want. We know, Jason. We've noticed.
Noticed what?
That it's freaking you out.
No, they're probably talking about we noticed about us not putting a video.
Oh, yeah. Heat press is heating up and your remainder will be done soon. Woohoo! Yes, several Georgia schools are starting. I have to go work an accident. LOL, drive safe. Be careful.
That had to be cattywampus.
Yes.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, that's
There's a hint right there.
Oh, look at.
Yeah, I think we need to stretch your legs.
Ladessa says she thinks we need to stretch our legs.
We've been in the car for a few hours.
There's Cabela's. There's a Cabela's. And then there's a truck that's about to cut us off. No, just kidding. Okay.
That's that truck.
Is it the truck?
That's the truck.
Oh, God.
That is the truck. That's the I'm gonna eat you truck.
Wow, school down there already. Yes, they get out before Memorial Day here now. And they go back. Holy.
What?
Oh. Duncan said it took us 23 hours to get to your house, but we stopped. We shopped our way there. Yeah. Have y'all started homeschooling yet? We never stopped.
Yeah, we don't stop.
We just take breaks through. You see that tower? Boom. Got it. That's funny.
Who said that?
What's her name that said that she shoots Homestead Remembrance. See that cell tower? Boom. So I don't know if y'all have, and y'all should Google this just to look at it. Where is it? Is it in North Carolina?
What?
Where the cell towers, they made a couple cell towers to look like trees.
Look like trees, yeah.
Yeah, you should Google that. It's really kind of freaky. They made it look like a tree, so it stands up past the other trees, but it still looks like a really bad fake Christmas tree.
Like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah, imitation Christmas tree.
Carol.
Yeah, see, B Lady says up there school doesn't start till after Labor Day.
Carol. Can you pour me some tea, please? See, look, Bug Busters.
Bug Busters. Who you gonna call? Bug Busters! In Florida, they have them looking like palm trees. That's funny.
Invisible Man.
Off Kilter said, our golf courses have those. Caught me off guard at first, but the wife made fun of my gullibility. Crystal Creek says, I'm married to an English major. I get corrected all the time.
You know, it's kind of, that getting made fun of because you didn't really see the...
Homestead Remembrance said, yes, they have those in Missouri.
What?
I'm assuming the cell towers that look like trees.
Ah.
Oh, sweet.
Out of ice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, if anybody from the Ford Motor Company is listening, you need to make a vehicle that makes ice. That has an ice maker in it.
That would be, how cool that would be.
I so want one of those.
Anyone seen a 5G cell tower? And do they really look like monsters? I don't know, but somebody just shifted something so that I can smell fried chicken.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's because you're eating some, you heifer. Our schools start August 14th. Yeah, they start really early. Can you please put, thank you. Oops, see, I need her. I can't write.
Here comes
No,
the
our school started this week. Yeah, that would be so cool about the ice maker, wouldn't it? That would be cool to have a way to have it where it would make ice. That would be pretty neat.
And they can get it to where you can either fill it up through your garden hose or it catches the rain.
Ah, no, that's funny. They do. It's called a Mustang. So cold they can't even burn rubber. Hashtag bow tie gang. That was a good one. I love it. Our schools here in Mississippi start on August 8th. Yeah, ours started this week. They just started. Oh my God, I've always wanted to go. Oh, IHOP, yeah.
IHOP's our first date.
Yep. Jason and I, our very first date was at an IHOP. It's fantastic.
Slow down, dude. You got all that weight. It's in this rain.
That has got got to be the funniest thing I have ever seen.
Well,
That little bitty trike on that big, massive trailer.
and he's got it ratchet strapped down like 3 different ways.
He has it all ratchet strapped down so it won't move. Like, that is so funny to me. That's a pretty important trike, I'm just saying. Oh no, it's called a ziggle. What is that? Does anybody know what a ziggle is? Because it's not a trike. There's something. What is that? I'm looking it up now. All of you people that are Googling with me. What's a ziggle?
It's related.
Radio flyer ziggle.
It's related to the zaggle.
It's a type of a trike, but it's like can move it around, I guess. Twist and wiggle and glide and giggle with ziggle from Radio Flyer. Dun dun dun. There's your commercial. What? Not funny?
Well, you're very funny.
Funny.
This traffic is not funny.
No, it's not. Especially everybody wanting to stop and start. Well, that stop and start stuff. Got to stop. Now we'll start back up. I'm in Madison, Mississippi. What did it say? I'm in Madison, Mississippi. They have towers that look like a castle or a square rocket. Huh.
I want to turn my house into a castle, but Robyn won't let me. Hashtag life goals.
Let's see. Chevy Rocket just hit the target. My first it was karaoke and then Denny's. That's pretty cool. They sell a 110 volt countertop ice maker about the size of a toaster oven. That's true. And this thing right here has a 115 volt. So you could technically have one in here, but you still have to figure out the water thing.
Just stick it out the window.
Yeah, you could have a rain catchment system on the top of the roof of the car that would then go through a filter that would feed into the ice maker to make you ice. Done.
And then you'd always have water too.
Just saying.
Now, if you could just get a hold of the technology that lets the car,
They said they travel with a coffee maker.
lets the vehicle run off of the hydrogen atoms from water.
So Brenda said, we took 2 little girls to Huddle House. I told them they had to huddle together as they went in the door or they wouldn't feed them. So they didn't. I told Paul I wanted to take them to IHOP next. That would be funny. You would need a moat and a drawbridge too, Jason.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, why do you all encourage him? It's hurting my head.
And put gators in my moat.
Put gators in the moat.
Yep. Have a couple of breeders.
Breeders.
So then that way, as time goes on, you know, I can harvest the little ones to be able to eat. Because I love gator. Gator is awesome.
It is good. Very good. Higgs Rock said gators, yes.
I can't open it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. We're starting to get into the mountains. I love the mountains. I was in Highlands, North Carolina yesterday, and if you're anywhere close to Highlands, North Carolina, you should definitely check it out. Even if
Check
you're
it
not,
out.
if you're coming through North Carolina and you're going to be semi close, you go through the National Forest Park, and there's the Bridal Veil Falls, and Tallulah Gorge and all of that. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. And they've got this quaint little town. Highlands, North Carolina has this quaint little, you know, it's like a miniature Asheville. It's very, very cool. Little one is getting sleepy behind you. Probably Modessa. Yeah, she's about to pass out. Make it out of cob. You can make it fast and cheap. Do the spires right and you have a perch for property defense. Detach from your house and it's a permanent deer blind.
I want to find somebody that knows beyond a shadow of a doubt how to make cob and have them come over and show us how to make cob.
Yeah.
Because I really want to make a north side facing storage room out of cob. So that way I got a place to store our homemade wines. Because I just don't think with the way our water table runs and with having so much granite in the ground, I think it's going to be way too expensive for us to try to have a root cellar.
Cashiers is perfect village too. Now, I haven't been up there yet, but that's on my list of places to go, so I'm definitely going to check it out. Crystal Creek said you just pour a gallon of water in it and it makes ice, and then what doesn't get used will melt and then refreeze. That's cool. Okay, Off Kilter says, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Is it Sigi Coco? She will come and do a big demonstration, and her work is incredible. I'll have to look her up.
Really?
We did corncob jelly this week, and it's delicious. A first for us. We love it. Huh.
So you made jelly out of the cob?
I mean, I would imagine, you know, there's still some milk and stuff left in that. You know, I would assume.
Very interesting.
Why are you trying to freeze this out?
I am burning up.
How are you? It's probably just the stress from the drive.
Look, it's very easy for you.
Robyn, what is your email? BigBearFarms@hotmail.com. I've had corncob jelly. Yummy. Can you please type it in here? Yes, I will do it right now.
Check it out now.
Funk Soul Brothers running out. Right about now. We call it Yankee jelly. That's funny.
Wasting away again in Margaret.
It's not Jimmy Buffett. It's not even the right parents.
Searching for my lost shaker of salt.
My empty shaker of salt.
The salt. Everybody say hi, Mr. Buffett.
It's not even. What the crap?
He's aged well.
What the crap? Alright, we're starting to get into some good spaced out traffic now.
Yes.
Much better. Much, much better.
So I do not like the new look of the Volkswagen Bug.
I
am
seen it.
so excited that they are bringing the Volkswagen bus back, though.
Yes.
I so want one.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one.
No, you're not.
Watch. Watch me. Watch me.
Demonetized. I like some homemade wine. We have.
Creole Williams.
Yeah. I want a VW bus. No. I mean. Oh dear Jesus. Are we going to be driving in this?
No. I'm gonna be driving in it.
Oh,
You're gonna be
hippie.
riding it.
Yeah, you ain't going to see me driving.
Robyn drives, so I'll be rolling with the homies.
Really not funny.
Then why are you laughing?
Because it's not funny.
Then why are you laughing?
It's not funny. Lightning strike reported. Let's see. What's the radar say?
Can anybody tell me what the real name of Radar was from the TV show MASH?
Oh, it's not bad. We'll be coming and going out of it. Hey, lady, you're awesome. Thank you.
What?
She just sent me a note through PayPal. Put your mind on chicks and not your fears about the accident, okay? Please send me a picture of the little chickies.
What little chickies?
Nothing.
What little chickies? Robyn?
Nothing. She just wants me to relax. Gary something. Yes, I'll get some chicks and I'll send you some pictures. Gary Berghoff. Robyn got busted. Well, gotta go on a maintenance call. Y'all be careful out there. Bye, Crystal Creek.
Bye, Crystal Creek.
Oh, Radar. Their name was Gary Berghoff. The heat presses off. The remainder of your items are cooling down before they go in a box. They called him Radar O'Reilly. I ain't never getting chickens if it's this stressful.
Who said that?
No, I'll tell you,
Somebody-
lady, we,
Somebody asked if you were on
are we on Instagram? Yes, we are. As a matter of fact, I posted pictures of the piglets that we found this morning on Instagram. We have some pretty good content on Instagram, if I do say so myself.
You are saying so yourself.
Yeah. Anyone know how many chickens there are? Good grief. Give me a drumstick. No, we built, well, I say we, Jason and Blaze built a brooder in my sewing room. Jason and I, when we were doing our planning and stuff, we started talking about, you know, we've been having problems keeping chicks alive this year, and whether it be predators, temperatures, drafts, this, that, and the other. And so I kept looking at my sewing room and realizing that my sewing room was just not really being used for anything productive except for catching crap. And so I looked at Jason and said, hey, why don't we just gut my sewing room? And he kind of looked at me like, wait, what? I was like, let's just gut the sewing room. Let's start seeds on one side. Let's raise birds on the other. And he was like, that sounds like a great idea. So I said, now I came up with the idea. Now y'all make it happen. So they did. And we have a video about it. And I haven't really, because of the way that the room is, it's really hard to kind of take a good picture of it. But if you look on Instagram, I have a picture of the turkeys that we have in there. We have 10 in there. We lost 2, but I really don't feel like that was anything we did. I think that's just the law of averages. Like, you're not always going to keep them all.
That was Gizmo.
We all doing in there.
But we have successfully, like, they're doing really well. But it's almost time for them to go out and for a new batch of birds to come in. So we have chicks that we can order now. Buffering, or is it everybody? Have guineas. Do you like them? We don't have any guineas now. We've
We
had them in
love
the
them.
past and we love them. But I feel like people can't hear us because I don't think we're playing right now.
Ain't nobody said anything in the chat.
Okay. It's just a little fuzzy.
No fussy, fussy.
Do they have turkeys? Also, heck, get some of them too. No, I have plenty of turkeys. I have 10. I'm good. Yeah, I saw where she's making colostomy and urinary bag covers and blankets for the hospice patients and cancer patients. So,
Who?
Terry Tat.
Goodwill.
And-
Because we're right up here in the mountain.
Yeah. So, let's see. Any idea the size decals you were thinking about for the swarm boxes? Is hatching eggs easier what than getting chicks? No.
Yes.
No. Let's see. I can't get Margaritaville out of my head. Thanks, Jason. Tough year for a turkey. Seeing lots of hens grouped up. No poults. Yeah, the rain probably. Is it easier than just getting chicks? You think so?
If it depends on hatching eggs. If they came from my farm,
Yeah.
yes. If I had to order hatching eggs, no, I wouldn't do it. I would just get straight chicks.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's asking Sunday evening, getting the chicks packaged and ready to go, and by Monday afternoon, all of the chicks have been sent out that have been ordered. And so what happens is they send out,
They literally have a special pickup
delivery
From the
that's
Postal
scheduled from the
Service.
Postal Service that comes and gets them. So they ship them all out by Monday, and we usually get ours Wednesday, and we're pretty far away. So first thing Wednesday, and one thing I'll recommend to everybody is they have this little grow gel stuff, and you just add a little bit of water. It's a powder. You add a little bit of water, and it turns into like a Jello. BW family, what's up? It turns into this Jello, and then they can peck at it, and it's got their moisture and nutrients in it, so it helps them with their stress levels after
Kinda
they've
like
been
their
through.
Powerade.
Yeah, it's like a Powerade for them, but it's in a crystal form, so that's cool.
Now, is that Miss Andrea or Mr. Me?
I don't know. Or it could even be
The famous
Emily?
one.
Is that her
The
name?
famous one.
Emily, yeah. Yeah. Mimsy said, "Hey Ben." So maybe it is Ben.
Ben, are you still up to participating in the trapping contest with Single Dad and myself? If so, I need to get you the point system. I know I tried to participate in his watermelon challenge, but all of the watermelons died. Ah, Andrea always puts her names beside it.
Oh, okay.
What did Ben just say?
He said, "I was just thinking about that yesterday. What about a buyer?"
Buyer. Oh, for the fur. Ain't been able to get one. Fur prices are so...
Caddy Wampus asked me how are my loofahs doing. They're doing okay. They're not they're not doing as well as they did last year, and we think that's because of the placement. They're more in direct sunlight this year, and so the bed is not very big and is not retaining a lot of moisture. So we're gonna have to kind of play around with that for next year. They're doing okay, but like I said, not as good as last year. Yeah, I have turkeys and chickens, and I have ducks, and we've got baby ducks coming. It's just a matter of a few days.
They'll probably be hatched by
Yeah,
then.
they'll be hatched probably by the time we get back. We have 2 Muscovy hens sitting side by side on a big clutch of eggs, like massive clutch of eggs. So So we have ducks, chickens, and turkeys.
Yeah.
And we have one quail left. We had a quail fiasco the other day.
According to the Trapper's Post magazine that I get, Ben, that they didn't even sell everything that they got last year.
Yeah, they were still holding on to stuff.
There was still not a lot of stuff sold.
Yeah.
So fur prices are going to be horrific this year. But I quit selling my fur, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? And we just started making stuff out of it.
How many types of turkeys are there? There's several. There's heritage breeds, and then there's more of the commercial type breeds. You have the broad-breasted, white broad-breasted. Our loofahs did better in the fall. Our problem with the loofahs is such a long growing season that it's needed that they get hit with a frost. They're dead. So. Alright, bye D. You guys doing okay since you lost your bull? Yeah.
Oh, VW lost their bull. I forgot to tell you.
Oh no, what happened?
Been there.
Huh?
Been there.
Oh yeah, yeah. My seed lady just did a video series on loofah problems. Since you are tied with Baker, I won't mention her here, but I'll DM you on Instagram the link. Might be helpful. Okay.
We've gone through that a couple of times.
Yeah, we've had some serious issues with
We had that. The worst one we had is when that Jersey bull got hit by lightning.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was rough.
Yeah. I know a big group of people that attend an outdoor festival that will buy them furs and the bones. Bones are really big. Huh.
Okay. Let's chat about that.
That's spicy white bear.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just checking.
Saw the logo. Pick a lane, dude. Thank you. Hope you get there.
Yeah.
Please. Jesus, please.
Tracy, it's all okay. It's part of farming, I guess. That's 2 this year, and that hurts the profits for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
When is the best time to grow loofahs in central Texas, zone 8? I mean, that's about the same time we are. Loofahs take 180 days to grow. So you want to make sure that you plant it, 180 to 200 days before your last frost. Or your first frost. Because you need to be pulling them off of the vine before the first frost. So
We got that one dangling that I hit my head on every time I go through that arbor.
Can corn be planted for a fall harvest or no?
No.
You've missed the
window.
You missed the window. At the beginning of July you could have. But that would have been the end, right? Like the very beginning of July.
The problem with corn in our area is it'll bolt.
Yeah.
It'll bolt fast.
Yeah.
Last year we had a great corn harvest. This year, nope. And I think it's because we had all of that rain and we got them in late.
Mm-hmm. You can plant too, and another thing you can do is succession planting. So like you plant some and then like two weeks later plant another row, and then 2 weeks later plant another row, and do that up through the first part of July, and then that's about it. Then you're spent.
Our weather has been so helter-skelter.
Yeah, especially this year.
Last year, that I may, and Terry, you may want to do this also, I may start some corn indoors, maybe middle February.
It is time for some things for fall. Yeah, corn by the 4th of July was an old saying I was always told. Yeah, it's like the first week in July, and then you're not after that. VW says it is time for some things for fall.
Yep.
Yeah, so like we've started broccoli and cauliflower.
Swiss chard.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little baby dough. Cabbages in a couple of weeks
Brussels sprouts.
for our area. Brussels sprouts, definitely.
All of your, like,
You can start another
collards
round
and
of
stuff
pumpkin right
soon.
now.
Hey, Jason, how are you getting steady video while driving? Because Robyn is awesome. I have a bag of behind the phone. So whenever it starts to bump and everything, the cushion behind it, that's how.
I'm a ninja.
Whatever. I'm a ninja. No, I'm just lazy. I don't want to hold the phone for 2 hours. Just saying. Knee high by 4th of July.
Yep. I'm fixing to end it.
Turn it off?
Yeah. Okay. Boop. Make sure you want to stop.